and study. I was wondering, eUnited, they're coming off of a loss. How do you think they're going to perform today?
Well, you know, yesterday that loss, it just felt like it was just they had to get their feet wet a little bit. Basically, just stepped in, you know, lost the first map, and then eventually they carried it throughout the series. Unfortunately, they lost it, but I think eUnited is just, you know, settling in, getting used to the environment of being in the Pro League again, and just simply I expect them to step up today. Because yesterday, BZ did not have a great hardpoint map, neither did Cap. And it's just certain players that are your key player. BZ is a slayer for this team, and if this guy's having a .95 as one of your main songs, it's going to be really, really hard to win.
You could have a .9. .95 to 1.0 is like an assist.
Yeah. I mean, it's just he had a rough map 1. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just think that they're going to need a big performance out of Clay. I don't think we got like the best performance out of him yesterday, but then again, that, like we've said before, that was their first match on LAN in a while. And Heretics does have a crazy individual skill. I know E6 does too, but for me, this match with E6, this is where I actually get to see like where I'm going to put them. Because I think they're really good, but I'm not sure how good they are yet at all.
Sheesh, he's got to pick it up. Now that's something you can't have.
Do not ever talk to me about JCap stats in negative light. I don't want to hear it.
Excuse me? He's got to pick it up.
Cap's too.
That's one series though, right? Like,
I mean, those numbers aren't great.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Okay,
He'll be fine. It's JCap.
It's one series.
Exactly.
I just want eUnited to not make any memes this game. I feel like Clay is just falling off the map doing something fun. Like, come on, man. Just go in there, play your game, and don't fall off the map. All right, Clay? You can do this.
RC's had a great series yesterday. One player I was like, yeah, he's still got it. Still going off. I think United, like you said, they're getting their feet wet. And, you know, with, you know, the team, some individuals having underwhelming performances, they still went all the way to a Game 5 where they could have won they could have won the control and won the series 3-1. So it's like, they still look pretty good, right? Like, they look solid versus a Heretics team that's pretty much red hot. E6 is going to need a lot to take these guys down. Like, Kismet has to be on one right now.
Yeah, I'm still on that JCap thing. Never, ever, ever put a negative JCap stat on this thing again unless he's getting tucked for like 3 weeks straight. Never again.
I mean, that is a good point.
Respect.
That is a good point. We haven't played a lot of matches.
We have not.
You kind of have to wait.
They played one match, and he's proven that his stats are not that important. He brings something to the table that helps his team win. It's not just about stats. Don't do it again.
All right, on that note, let's talk about Enigma6 a little bit before we get into that match, because they are 11-1 on hardpoint since PLQ.
Yeah, that's insane, right? Like, these guys, it's just like, you didn't expect them to be that good at respawn. Like, this is a team I looked at, I'm like, okay, Kismet, search and destroy player, right? You look at the rest of this roster, you're like, inconsistent, you know, respawn players, and then a big question mark on Frosty going into the PLQ. Lights out. They were so good. They were so good. I did not expect them to be that good in hardpoint, and Kismet, to me, is one of the like rising stars in the Pro League, in the scene. Like, he's absolutely disgusting and amazing at his role.
I completely agree with you on that, and I just think that their team seems to be like so different. They play at a different pace than everyone else, and I love watching them play. They do odd things. Frosty has a laser on a Kasha. Like, why don't you just use a Paladin? Everyone else uses a Paladin. It's the best sniper. He's like, no, dude.
What exactly is different about the pace that sets them apart from everyone else?
I'm not really sure. It's just they're like weirdly fast.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't think it, and not a lot of people know. Like, we always talk about how you have to play together. But Kismet yesterday was like, he was playing faster than the rest of his teammates, but it was still working, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's because he plays. I'll tell you exactly what it is for this E6 team. It's because Kismet is super fast. He's like Havoc. They were like the duo. They play very similar. And then you have Diabolic, who is the absolute weirdest player to play with. He's so slow at times. I'm like, why are you still there? Like, he's not ever like going off, but he'll just be in a spot like 3 seconds too late, and you're like, what the heck was that? And then Kismet's just flying out. That's why I think teams get kind of frustrated and hardpointing against them. I used to hate playing against Diabolic because he would just be laying down in a corner. I'm like, what are you doing? Seriously, it's actually frustrating to play against, and I think it works well for this roster.
Well, certainly. I mean, if it's frustrating the competition, then you're doing something right. But we are continuing on here with day 2 of Division B. We did just see Team Envy fall 3-2 to Accelerate. Not an ideal start for them, but again, it's just the beginning. We have so many more matches to play. But coming up next, we have Enigma6 versus eUnited.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World League. It's time for our next matchup. Enigma6 going up against eUnited. We saw both teams play yesterday. A victory for one and a loss for the other. Upset central. And now today, a chance to right those wrongs or to continue a losing streak if eUnited or Enigma6 looking to find themselves another one on the board. Of course, Miles and Momo are going to be taken through this one. Momo, how are you doing, my friend?
So far, so good. You know, we've been able to sit back, relax, watch our first 2 games of the day. For the first time, we're doing the late show. We're doing the last 2 games, a little bit different, a little bit spicy here. But eUnited and E6. I think Enigma6 went into their game yesterday against Denial, picks up the W in that one. But eUnited, they were the favorite going into theirs.
Yeah, that's a rough one for United. They certainly had high expectations, second place at Vegas. And no one had pegged Heretics to take him down, except for this one with a beard here. I mean, at the same time, E6, though, they didn't really... It seemed like they weren't taking Denial lightly. And at the same time, Denial managed to take a map win off of them. That's huge for them. We obviously saw their performance against Heretics. And it's tough when we come to the European teams. We tend to talk about the lack of practice they have on US soil. I mean, the practice here is far more... beneficial in every aspect, than anything they're going to be getting online, anything they're going to be getting back home. And we're looking to see those teams improve throughout the course of the league. eUnited, though, I mean, they've had plenty of time to practice against some top caliber teams. They've been watching a lot of games with the downtime. For them, it's a tougher question mark, in how their performance is looking right now.
Yeah, most certainly are. I think a lot of pressure for this series in particular goes to eUnited. We've said it before already, obviously losing yesterday, very, very tough for these guys. They've got to go in here 2 games back-to-back, as a clear-cut, one of the favorites of the division. It's not a great start, so I think eUnited, they need to pull this one out of the bag. Whether they'll do that in 3, 4, or even 5, we'll have to wait and see. We've got double Arsenal, but split in the middle. We've got Payload, Seaside, and Hacienda. I'm actually interested to see the Seaside control, and the reason being, when you look at Enigma6, we talked about a squad which, has talent by all means, and the likes of Frosty, Kismet, but Kismet was getting such high interactions on those respawns. It was almost like, is he giving his life away, or is he getting a double and then dying, and trading, which is great, on a kill-dependent game mode. So I'm really interested to see how the control pans out. I'm hoping Clayster remains on the map for the majority of this series. Of course, map 1, game 1, he was already falling off.
Oh, yeah. And he'd got the bomb down and everything. History tends to repeat itself in very funny ways. Obviously, Clay knew the Reddit was watching, and by God, the Reddit was watching. The memes have been great. Still coming in this first one. Pressure is on for eUnited. E6, happy to be here, happy to be growing, happy to be learning. But again, for eUnited, very, very difficult position. High expectations, high hopes. Again, second place at Vegas. To then go down to Heretics, a team who made it through the PLQ. Not what you're looking for as an eUnited fan, but eUnited, a team that can, they're a little bit hit and miss. They do need to warm up. And they certainly will do that throughout the course of the league. And if they don't, well, we'll let the scoreboard decide what happens there. But either way, here we go. Hard point on Arsenal. Moments away from getting into this one, friends. It's day 2. Division B. And so far, so good. Coming up next later, of course, 100 Thieves are taking on Splice. But until then, let's get into it.
Here we go. As we kick things off, look at the minimap, see what we're seeing straight away. It's going to be a 5v4 in the middle. Frosty's going to hit the hard flank. He does have that grapple, so he's enabling that quick rotation. But Clayster already read it, put him to bed, and that is going to be the first blood. As a matter of fact, a couple more go down, but the kill feed lighting up red. Team kill coming in from BZ. Now, Miles say this, and I'll say this all the time throughout this whole year. This is a very important hard point. Getting that initial couple of kills, you can get streaks very, very quickly on a map like Arsenal. And of course, those rotations important. But see who will be able to lock it down right now. eUnited taking 14 points and counted. Clay off to a great start. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, but 6 kills to kick off this one.
55 away from his lightning strike, and that's an ideal start. A BZJ cap kills on the outside of the map. Clay holding down the final 12. Nobody here is going to be looking for these kills, and again, he's going to be looking to get those remaining points. BZ now back on the can't have it. Frosty cuts him down. JCap in to try to pick up the pieces. The first 40 points have gone absolutely uncontested now for eUnited. 39 on the board. Pristini's going to get that hard point. 10 points now away from the streaks for Clay. One more kill's going to get it done. It's on his left. It's not going to happen. That is devastating. 1 kill away from sealing it, and then he's going to have to go back to the drawing board. E6 now on the board. They have full control. A 3-2 split now for United as they try to retake. Diabolic holding down one side. General with the ICR on the other side of the map, locking that one down. No one able to make it their way in. Clace is the only player left alive. He's a solo push now through the top end, through those turrets as he makes his way towards back crane. Frosty's now watching the left-hand side. Clay's been cut down, and eUnited are nowhere to be seen right now. E6 are picking up 3 points.
Yeah, this is a hard one to break by any means, and especially in the condition that they had to do it. We saw 4 kills come back-to-back for Enigma6, sorry. eUnited spawning the complete opposite side of the map. They opted to go for a couple pushes, as they should have done with 40 seconds left. You've got to at least give it a go. But they back off, they set up, and they go, you know what, you can have it. They're going to pretty much have a tie game going into the third hard point here. A beautifully set up team. You see number 7 and 10. That's going to be Frostini and Abizi. Obviously the deadly duo. That SMG, Gruesome Twosome, if you like, pushing on forward. However, pushing from behind. Cade in general, they're starting to make their move. 3 go down, and this is reminiscent of the second half point. Look at the spawns coming in. This is just what you want to see for Enigma6. A perfect pinch, a retake here on the hard point. And I will say, that's within the first 10 seconds. They've completely flipped the spawns. eUnited, they're in trouble.
They're in real trouble. Clay's going 10-3, but the rest of the team is, hanging on by a thread early on here, and the scoreline is tight enough, but the gunfights are all going the way of E6. Clay's the only player putting up a fight right now, and a fight he is indeed putting up. 2 to his name there on statue. The contest comes through. That clock ticking away. Nobody able to get anything out of this hard point. Pristini's in. Shot from behind. Can't make the turn happen. But once again, Arcites drops to Diabolic as well. General finds Cap. And the pressure has now been relieved. E6 with the time. The final 10 seconds going their way. Rotations coming through. Frosty, though. That movement we saw at the start of the matchup. Shots to back it up. Another player above him, he's got absolutely no idea about it, but almost makes that happen. Diabolic now as the hard point flips. We have E6 in control, and again, eUnited, they're nowhere to be found.
Good rotations coming in for E6. However, Pristini from behind does get taken down, so now it is just 2 teams running at each other. But Enigma6, they have, of course, the hard point as it stands right now. They have got a couple of kills, and again, it's the damage that's being dealt by those SMGs as well. Strong stuff from Kismet so far, 6-6. But Frosty, a player we all know and have recently loved here in the CWL, but competed for a very, very long time. He's going to get stunned, and he's going to get taken down. That's going to be from Cap himself. And through the midst of everything there, Miles, Enigma6, yes, it was contested. Yes, they were pressured and pushed. But they don't lose any control. All the points are going to them. And eUnited, they started off the whole map itself with a 30-point lead. From there on out, it's pretty much Enigma6.
I mean, we're seeing eUnited keeping it as tight as they possibly can, but it just feels like they're so out of place right now. There's a major discontent in the camp of eUnited. We were watching Arcites having to hit in first with his ICR, and that should not be the case. He should be providing cover from above, from behind, letting those subbies get the work done. But right now, again, we're seeing it. General making his way forward. Hardpoint uncontested for the time being. It's number 9, Clayster again, 17-8. He's the only player really making an impact. War Machine's out already. Diabolic's going to find the first on JCap. No flak jacket to be seen. No one's dressed for the occasion as Clay goes down as well. Diabolic on his way forward now. Pristini unable to get it done as he gets dropped. Arcites finds 2. Finally, we do see a little sign of life, but once again snuffed out. But the pressure now still mounting for United. 27 seconds left here on the lobby hard point. Can they get some points out of this one? Abizi and Arcites, they've started to pick the pace. Look at the kills department. 12 and 10 for Arcites. 11 and 12 for Pristini. Cap starting to get involved as well. This is like the turnaround that eUnited certainly need.
Yeah, you start to see a 3-kill streak for Pristini, 2 for Arcites. Cap just on the single, as well as Abizi. But it was back-to-back kill after kill there for eUnited. They get the last 20 points and they get the rotation. And of course, at the very start here, they dominated this middle ground, and they can tie things up here. There are 60 points to play for. Someone needs to get the hard point, as we'll see one jump on it. But specialists are available. Pristini with that grab slam across the board, though. Kismet, Frosty have theirs as well. Arcites actually pulled out the Annihilator, and I was very, very critical of this man when we watched him yesterday. It wasn't great with the Annihilator. That's 3 for 3, I believe. May have missed a couple, just one left in the chamber, which was off screen, but he's going to make it 4 out of 6, and that's much better than we saw yesterday. United, they are certainly back in it. They actually have the chance to overtake E6 here.
There's a chance, and again, Arcites playing that one very smart. Letting E6 come to him. Now he's 5 points away from getting himself streaks, and again, that's going to be Lightning Strike. The Hellstorm, and of course, the Sniper's Nest. Frosty on the outside of the map finds one. Lovely slide, not able to get it done with the hip fire. Here come the streaks. Now, Arcites able to turn this around. Sniper's Nest now called in. Hellstorm as well. Everything but the kitchen sink at this point. Oh my, unable to find one there. The 2 players in vent. One will get away with his life. Now, Arcites not able to get a whole lot out of those streaks. Don't forget, though, that Sniper's Nest still out and about, still high above. Shots will be coming through again. A couple of crack shots and a little bird. eBeezy on the flank, taking care of these players, and look at that scoreline. Now it's changed hands, eUnited and the drivers.
Yeah, and honestly, you've got to look to Alec. You know, Arsty's 20 and 11. The ICR has been really coming good for him, and it's his positioning. Look at the positioning now. He's getting positions where, you know, the longer the distance, the better it is, and outside the map, still doing damage. Arsty's nasty, nasty stuff here. As again, still 30 seconds left on this hard point. Enigma6, they've given it up. There's no point trying for it right now. Of course, we saw the sniper's nest in the sky, and our lightning strike still available for Arsty's, and he's the one actually on the flank as well here. If he pulls this out, he may be able to find a couple on long and actually completely flip these spawns. It's looking very much like Enigma6 did to them.
Great patience. Lightning strike out. He's going to be able to clear out the statue. That's number one. He's going to be in there next. Lightning strike for you, my friend Frosty. Buckle up. Just manages to dodge it, and the timing was great, but the ICR of Arsty's touted as one of the finest in the league with that. His 5th kill now in a row. Setting up for this hard point. What a turn of events this has been. eUnited have just managed to wake up from that horrible slumber. E6, though, certainly not out of this yet, as Kismet finds his Annihilator and gets his first out of that one. The second there on the head of Clayster, and Arsty's is next. Can he find anything? His teammates drop around him. Can't get it done there as eBeezy just a little too squeaky clean on those shots. Pristini unable to get anything with his grab slam, but the shots are out as he's dealing the damage and holding on as best he can.
Yeah, and I tell you what, coming into this one, it was interesting because this was a United's pick. You know, these guys, they banned Gridlock. We saw Enigma6 ban Seaside, and then from that, Arsenal was picked for the first map by eUnited. Of course, Enigma6 then had that choice on map 4, but eUnited, they're running away with this. This has, again, been very back and forth for the first, I'd say, 2 to 3 minutes, but eUnited, since they had those streaks, since Arsty's started to pop off, the game has changed here. And again, you look across the board, nothing special from either player, like Pristini or, you know, JCap, eBeezy here, but solid, solid numbers from Clayster and Arsty's is putting this game to bed. And it's this man right here, still going strong here, multiple kill streaks, multiple score streaks, and Frosty, get out of there. The ICR is this man's, and this man's only at this standard time. eUnited closing it down in 5. The contest is going to come in, but Enigma6 just challenged, pushed, and pressured here. They are going to break in. Can they make something of this?
Oh, it's going to be real tough. Here comes Arsty's on the flank. He's got Clay's pushing now on the left-hand side. Clay's pressure now is going to force these players out into the lane for Arsty's. Any shots to be had here? Got something out of it. They're still holding on as E6 maintain the pressure. Kismet with 2. A matter of points now for eUnited, but E6, they've held up for the time being. 10 seconds now for the next rotation. There's eBeezy, the sneaky eBeezy in from behind. The remaining players now of eUnited flooding their way forward. They're about to run into the guns of General as his shots ring out. eBeezy still on the flank. Clay trades out with General now as they contest for the next hard point. And it looks like eUnited are in. Somebody from E6 has got to get in fast. 1 more second, and there it is. They hold them back. And after a diabolical start, eUnited take map 1.
eBeezy. Again, I thought he was going to come really into that kind of final mark, but it was Pristini who jumps in, and eBeezy sat at the back like, oh, well, I've got the spawns for us, but with only 4 points left, everything was already set in stone. eUnited to take map number 1, and it wasn't easy. You know, the first initials from eUnited were great in obviously, you know, the hub, if you like, and then when it rotated around those next 2 hard points, Enigma6 had rotation. They gathered multiple many points, sorry. A couple of streaks, obviously, for Arsty's a little later on, obviously, changes that game. And I don't want to say that was kind of the turning point in the streaks, but I do feel Arsty's stepping it up, utilizing the things like the Annihilator as well, really did put that game to bed. So credit to Alec for that one.
I mean, with the start of the matchup, we saw Arsty's leading the charge as much as we possibly could. We saw Clay open up with a nice big 6-0 to try to get eUnited on the board. But as that kind of the collapse began, they started to lose a lot of points. Things looked a little rough for them, but Arsty's got to hand it to him. Really turned that match around. And speaking of eUnited, Arsty's and Clayster and the like, Jess had a quick catch-up with them just before the matchup. Jess, what did they have to say?
Thanks, Miles. Well, Clayster said that he's not feeling too great after yesterday's loss. He did have a big smile on his face, and he seemed very cool, calm, and collected while he said it. He also added, well, this is eBeezy's old team, so, you know, he kind of knows how they work, so we're just expecting him to drop a 2.0 and carry the rest of the team. I did also ask about, you know, we saw you fall off the map yesterday. What's going on there? And Clayster said, just tell them it was intentional. Now, over on the side of Enigma6, caught up with General, and he also did not seem to be feeling too worried going into the series. What he told me was, well, you know, the pressure is on eUnited after that loss yesterday. They do not want to go 0-2, so they might be, you know, coming at us with everything they have. They might be trying twice as hard, so really the pressure is on them. So that's all for me for now. Miles and Momo, back over to you guys.
Cheers, Jess. It definitely wasn't intentional. He definitely did it accidentally.
It was 100% an accident. You don't go sliding off in a search and destroy. In a respawn, maybe. However, just having a quick look back at that end of the hard point, it was interesting to see how it all went down, but it was this man, it was Alec Arstes, who just kind of started to, you know, hit every shot he needed to. You know, an example there. He was the one to take damage first, but give damage last, if you like, and eUnited convincingly take map number 1. Interesting point, obviously, that Jess kind of brought to the table as well. And BZ, you know, yeah, this is his old team. He may be feeling a little bit of kind of solo pressure himself, but as a squad, eUnited should be feeling the pressure. After yesterday, after losing and, you know, taking a loss in your first series of the division, when you come in as pretty much one of the favorites here, it's not good. So a big map win like that will set them up for, of course, that search and destroy and control coming up next. For these guys, you know, yes, everyone wants a 3-0. But it was this little sneaky diva in the back here, BZ getting the spawns for his team, but it was Prestini to punch through the defense there up top alongside Clayster and get those final couple of points. Strong stuff for United.
Strong stuff indeed. Now they have to maintain that kind of pace. We saw Clay playing fantastically to start this one off, and the rest of the team somewhat caught up. And again, that's something Joe touched upon the other day about Kismet, the way he plays. Very, very fast-paced. And when you're playing very, very fast-paced, you sort of fall out of sync with the remainder of the team. And if you're out of sync, when those trades are going down, when the pushes are going down, you're either dead already or you're too late. And that's that problem with either being too fast or too slow when it comes to this sort of squad. The way we play Black Ops 4, and I feel like Clay, although he may be getting the kills, he's getting everything done. The rest of his team was falling out of place there. And it's essential to be on the same page as the rest of your squad. And here we go into the series. Payload Search and Destroy up next. Seaside Control for certain. Hacienda and Arsenal, should we need them later on in the series. But Payload up next is going to be a fun one. Expecting to see some snipes from Clay. And again, essentially, looking to see some interesting plays nonetheless. I mean, Payload's been an interesting map we're watching thus far in the CWL on Black Ops 4. And keen to get this one underway.
I'm just thinking of all the opportunities Clay has to fall off the map. There's a lot of places you know, it's slippy out there. It's icy.
So the outside of the map,
you got the bomb site. Like, this guy can find places you didn't know existed.
There's the one right there on the screen. I mean, you could slide straight off then and there. I mean,
yeah.
Whoa.
Making a call.
All right, odds are on, chat. What are the chances Clay falls off the map on this one? Keep your eyes on that kill feed. I know we will be indeed. Here we go into map number 2, S&D on Payload, E6 versus eUnited. If you've just joined us, map number 1 went the way of eUnited. They laid their hands. The smackdown went to E6, but E6 certainly not out of this yet. Snipes up for Clay as he makes his way forward, and Cade. Ooh, just a little bit of cheek. Oh, interesting. That button push. Bit of a distraction. It's allowed Kismet to find the kill on Prestini there in mid-map. Just a diversionary tactic, smoke and mirrors, to get that first blood for E6.
Clayster looking for a connection here, but again, not the best of spots. Now he's had to back off. He's got a pistol. He's going to be run out with swords and all sorts. So, again, a very disadvantage for him, and easy actually comes to save the day here as Cade will fall a 4v4, but the bomb is down, sliding in straight into the hands of eUnited, and they've turned it on its head here, and Clayster still may have that sniper, but coming in from behind, Diabolic, he's going to find the first, got to finish it. Frosty coming in as well, sweeping that one away. 2-1, Clayster connecting, and maybe up to a BZ here to finalize the kill. But the time is ticking. They've got to get the defuse, Miles.
This has been a story of bait and switches between both teams, and now it's between Clay and a BZ.
Wow.
Let's frigging go indeed, says Clay. What a turn that round was. With a second to spare on the defuse. My.
I feel like I missed something, because that's round 1, Clay. I mean, yeah, connects with the snipe. Yes, finishes him with the pistol. Again, I almost feel like I've missed something in terms of what's going on here, but Clayster, he is getting up. He is letting the other team know. Incredible stuff.
I mean, that round itself was a tale of two trades. I mean, we saw the bait and switch between, Frosty and Kismet on the outside when they were trying to take down Clay, and Abizi comes in out of nowhere and he baits out and he swaps out with Clay, and they manage to get the kill. Frosty then on the point, he manages to trade out between those two sets of trades, and in the end, it was just eUnited up on top. And now, as we go into the second round, Clay up 2-0, Abizi up 2-0. Can they find any more? Bomb's making its way towards the A-bomb site, close to the lone attacker towards B, and that snipe will certainly cause a bit of kerfuffle. Get the attention of these players. You can see 3 arrows making their way back now. General holding the flanks, but you can Pristini though, in as he goes. Fast with the Sorg. Great timing from Kismet as he gets a trade immediately. Abisi though there to pick up the pieces. Unable to get it done as Arstees also trades in and out. And this is the way we watch these trades. Everyone's always watching somebody else. You're never fighting one player at a time, and Cap, he manages to get away with that one. Perfect stun from Clay over the top. Cap with a second. Beautiful work there from eUnited to turn the tables.
Yeah, it was beautifully done, I will say. Credit to Diabolic on the outskirts there with Kismet. I love that kind of bait and switch, but eUnited just too strong for them again. Pristini getting in the face here. Clayster being a high-impact player, still alive and kicking on 2-0. The bomb's got to go down, and Frosty nowhere to be seen. I'd expect to see him maybe give the round away, and that's going to be an intentional one.
Bomb exploding also, excuse me, gives you points. Better to throw yourself off, not let that bomb explode, not let those players potentially pick up a kill. And again, this was brilliant work from Cap to catch Kismet as he tried to flee. Clayster stun, popped off the wall there. Perfect bank. Cap comes in for the slide. And again, should Cap not get that kill immediately, Clayster's there to pick up the pieces with the Strife. That pistol sidearm. So far, so good for United. 2-0 into the third.
And again, you know, the first bit of the hard point wasn't easy for them, but they destroyed that kind of second half if you're going to cut it down the middle. eUnited starting strong here, 2-0. Can connect. Again, spots him, and Clayster rinse and repeat right now. Don't try and fix something that ain't broken. Concussion available for Pristini. Abisi with a quick shoulder peek. He's going to throw out one, and the information is there. The bomb is down, and now it's going to start to get a little bit tasty. General with the first blood.
Dicey indeed. Kismet out on the side and drops the ladder. So now Clay up over the top, finds General. Abisi finds another. It's in, and it's very, very fast. Clay with a quick trade out on the weapon. Cap's hitting the flank. Diabolic caught in a bad spot. Perfect pinch. There's another player just the outside there. It's Cade. Cade making the run. Cade needs to make a play now because the clock's ticking. Kismet now, perfect timing, but Arstees reads it. Beautiful back and forth from Kismet. In the window there to get the kill. And now Cade's on point. He's going to get a Abisi, and now it's a 1v1. Cap's got the first few shots, but Cade, can he make something happen here? The clock's ticking. On the reload, Cap almost goes down. But the damage is done. And that's going to be it. A will detonate. Cap unable to get it done in the dying seconds of that round, but brilliant job from eSix there to play the clock.
Bit of frustration there, I think, for eUnited. They feel that they maybe should have taken that round here, but a team kill came in, and it was on, I think it was Arstees to Clayster. I thought Clay was right by the bomb, and I'm a bit confused of how that team kill went down. This best play isn't going to give us any information on that, but again, unfortunate for Cap, you know, puts him down to very, very low HP. Can't finish him in time for that defuse, but will, of course, get himself an extra kill. He stayed alive, maybe working towards some streaks, but after 3 rounds, it is 2-1 to eUnited here. Round number 4 getting underway, and once more, eUnited on the attack. Yeah,
B site now is going to be the... ooh, be not. They might have just changed plans. Clay now trading back and forth with Cade. Shots are through. There's the big old trade through middle, and blinking it's over. Now it's a 2v2. Clayster 2v1. Clay all's alone. Again, the bomb went down directly in the middle of the map, that connecting tunnel. Just in the fuselage of this, what I presume is a rocket. Clay making his way towards that bomb. You can see the rotate now. There's 2 remaining members of E6 making their way back towards the B site. Clay's now armed himself with the Sorg. Timing's on point as he gets one. Beautiful work. Now it's a 1v1. Frosty versus Clayster. Experience versus pure talent. Frosty now opting to go towards A as Clay sits up tight for B. 30 seconds left on the clock. Chance to get that bomb down now. Frosty patrolling that one vigilantly.
Taking his time, Clayster almost matching him pace for pace here. Pretty much just stood still for 10-15, but he's maybe anticipating that Frosty has checked the other bomb site, and he's going to call him on that one, and Clayster reveals his hand as the bomb goes down here, and he tells him where he is. Come get it, says Clay, but he's got a Sorg to his name. I saw him tweeting this morning, SMGster is back. Let's see what he can do with the SMG. Oh no. Oh my goodness, trying to go for the quick snipe. He's got a concussion. It might be too late though, and he's got to connect, Clayster. That's the time to get up and start shouting. And I tell you what, Some people say that the passion is in the new blood of the CWL. But that is a veteran right there, as passionate as all of them, if not more here. Clayster just showing how much he actually wants this.
That loss yesterday hurts as well. I mean, you have to go to bed after that. That's going to be in your head all night long. You wake up the next day and you've got to shrug it off. You've got to come back into the arena. All guns blazing, and guns blazing indeed. Clay 6-0 after that round, friends. Now as we go into the 5th round, both teams posturing. A-bomb site has 3 attacking members of E6 on their way. There's 1 sitting through the connector in the middle, and the last player with that bomb is making his way towards B. Now again, 3 members of eUnited sitting there in the defense towards B. There's only 2 towards A, but Clay with that sniper, and the way he's playing right now, you may as well add another man to that one. A few shots out. This is deadly now. Those shots have actually made the entirety of E6 rotate.
Yeah, I was just going to touch on Clayster, obviously 6-0. He's not on any type of a streak because it was Arsty's heart, who took him down. It was a team kill, but now a 5v3. 2 do fall. That's Diabolic and Kismet. Diabolic not having the best of series so far. I say series. Search and Destroy is what I mean. Of course, in the hard point, trying to put some big numbers up. We're talking of big numbers. Clay. 4-kill streak for him. Frosty's going to slide out. And Prestini cleans up that one. General's last alive. With a hope and a prayer, he's going to find himself down the hole. And another round to the good for eUnited. The Search and Destroy, it's looking clean. But it's Clay's who's hitting these shots, right?
I mean, it's so hard to do anything against a team like eUnited right now. The trades are absolutely on point. We saw the way JCap and Abizi were working when, looking towards that B bomb site. Now, if you hit A at the right time and everything's working out for you guys, you've still got to contend with the fact that Clay's making these shots happen. So you have to contend with the fact that their trades are great, the individual gunfights are going the way, and, that experience, the decision-making is fantastic from everyone on eUnited and E6. This seems to be where they're lacking. And now eUnited into the 6th round, they go tack 5 up. Frosty with the Koshka.
Interesting.
Russian for cat. Koshka. That thermal sight and a laser on there as well. See if we can't find this adaptation any results. The bomb has gone down immediately on B. Frosty just teetering. And you can see those players make their way forward.
Oh, no.
God.
Oh, no. I will literally put this one into words. Myself and Miles head in our hands as we see that one cross here. 4-1 in round count. 4-1 in life count here as number 5 is chalked up. Just to kind of give them the views back up. As that snipe went through, we literally both put our head in our hands. That was like, what on earth is that? What on earth was that? And it wasn't necessarily all his fault, but he team kills, then he goes down. It's a double whammy.
It's almost typical of the way E6 are looking in the search right now. I mean, they try something, it goes wrong for them. They try something, eUnited pull out something even more spectacular. That's a rough round, and at 5-1 into the 7th, I mean, Clay's died once. I mean, that's enough, but Diabolic and Cage sitting on 1 and 6 apiece. Here we go. It's an aggressive start now from the E6. Shaking it off. They're going in. Stuns are out. But Prestini's here. Can't make it happen. Diabolic gets 1. Arsty's, though, in over the top with that Annihilator. As he watches the outside of the map. Got a lot of information there. And then the players on the top of the plat, the players on the outside. General's up next. Can Arsty's find anything? 1. And their 2nd. And the 3rd from Arsty's. What a way to close out the search. Bang, bang, bang. And now you're 2-0 up.
Again, I'll say it again. I was very, very critical of that man right there, Arsty's, and his Annihilator yesterday. Today is a different day. Hard point on point. Search and Destroy on point. eUnited take the Search and Destroy in convincing fashion. They take the hard point in the same as that, but will control be different? We've discussed it already. Let's get into this one after the break, boys. Don't go anywhere.
The Call of Duty World League is brought to you by Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, the official beverage of the CWL. Scuff Gaming, the official controller of the CWL. And TCL, America's fastest growing TV brand.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Call of Duty World League. 2-0 so far for eUnited, and hey, what happened in the last game, you say? Well, this scuff play of the game comes from this man, Arcites. The final round they needed, and again, he brought out the big guns, quite literally.
Yeah, his twin brother went down for the first one, but what was impressive was how he found the first, but also got away. He sees one climbing up to the second, but the way that he just ADS's around this corner here, just waiting for the first, snaps to General, jump and snaps onto the third, but this is the most impressive. Cade into the window. And not even a reaction. He was just like, yeah, that's game 2 done. I'm off quick toilet break. I'll be back after this. See you in control, boys. And here he is. Look at that. It's magic. He's back in his seat.
Just like that. That's one thing you have to watch out for again, that Annihilator is, you know, the caliber of that round. It's like FMJ on steroids. I mean, you can shoot through anything with that bad boy. You're hitting players in other maps. Whew. Indeed he did. 163 points was all E6 could muster a single round on the Search and Destroy. How will they fare against an eUnited who have just started to roar here on Seaside? E6, not a team to be sneezed at. A lot of promise, a very high ceiling, potential there to be found, but eUnited are Vegas champions. Took what I think they will consider an embarrassing defeat yesterday, and now looking at redemption. Redemption may be found here in the cafe. Here we go. Head-to-head, tete-a-tete. eUnited versus E6.
Here we go. Let's get into this one. As lives do fall, it's going to be Clayster and the boys who drop first. And a nice strong hold there for Enigma6. And this is going to enable them to push up, which is, again, a very good point to be in. But if you're going to do it, you need to do it as a squad. You don't want to be giving lives away. They will come back to haunt you. And it looks like here a bit of a push through the middle is going to be eUnited to go down. The strong AR of Cade finds the double, maybe the triple, not going to happen there, but Cap all left alone, can't do too much. Actually, no, buddied up with Arcites, and they're heading into the church. They're looking to get a tick on the board, and this is a bit of a mix-up here because, of course, Frosty up front as well with Diabolic here trying to get the players off spawn, but if Arcites and the boys can do damage in the church, this could be devastating.
He's in, trying to get him out. Arcites, though, firing on all cylinders. Kismet has to come in and take care of that one, as again, while the action was going down at A, B now is about to fall its first tick, halfway through now. They make their way towards the second tick. Shots are out. Clay can't get it done. Diabolic, wow. The gut punch. A BZ can't get it done on the outside of the map as well. And E6, the gunfight's going their ways, 22-14. 2 ticks down at either point, and that is going to make sure, that's going to force E6 to now bear in mind both points in a bigger way. They're a little bit weaker. 20 now to 14 as the United bite back into this one. Kismet with a gut punch again. That one-shot punch is so deadly, and Kismet has been nailing it every time.
Yeah, yes, and again, I kind of felt for, I think it was Clayster who was down by the cafe there. You have that Maddox, you think you're hitting every shot, but all they need to do is shot, slide, and punch, and you're toast there. 12 and 17, the life count here. They did actually get a tick onto A, so as B gets his second, it looks like they're going to be gifted this one. Kismet and the boys just waiting for the exit. And as the Aurora Clayster goes down, I think it's a call-out more than anything here, as it does get traded, but 11-16, Enigma6 most certainly in the driving seat.
Frosty finds one, Diabolic a second. And here comes a little scouting party from eUnited as they try to find their way out of the cafe, but my word, there's a roadblock from E6, 7-14. Diabolic watching these players on the back as they've made their way forward. He's in. He's in. Hold your breath. Diabolic, the timing could be so perfect. Cap's going to be done and dusted. Any more to be found? No, Clay finds it, gets it done. Proceeding now trying to find their way forward. Arcites gets another kill, and this is what they needed. E6, their defensive hold was great. Diabolic on the flank was ideal, but now 11-6, you need to buckle in and hold on Church.
This is huge, and this being Prestini does go down, nothing comes of it, but if he did get that kill, he pushes into the spawns, he starts to cause a bit of mayhem, but Kismet, oh my goodness. The reaction to this kid is insane. It's 9-2. Round 1 will be going in favor of Enigma6 unless Cap and Prestini pull off a miracle. Cap's going to fall and just down to the solo. That is no more Enigma6. Round number 1 on the board, and that comes from the defensive side here on Seaside. And again, this is a map and mode combination which we kind of looked at the likes of Kismet. You know, is he going to be playing kind of too aggressive, too fast? So far, so good for the boy.
Kismet's an absolute joke.
Oh, he's incredible.
He's a freak, man. That was wild.
That shot punch, I want to say like no other. That was what was going to come out of my mouth. However, we have got some players across the board in the CWL who seem to have it mastered, shall we say.
Shot punch extraordinaire. As we go now into our next round, as a good hold. Against Seaside, we've talked about it enough that Seaside it favors the defense heavily. You know, look how close A is to the spawn, you know, of the defending team. The attackers have to make quite the journey, but it's a 3-2 split. Number 5 and number 4 are going to be making their way through mid. Number 5's got control of the center of the street. Kismet gets dropped immediately now as they crash in a B. Shots through again. Kismet Diabolic getting it done. A BZ, though, coming in to clean up these players who are already weak. Arsti's hitting the left-hand side stairs, and so far, so good for eUnited. They managed to hold. Damage has been done, 28-25, eUnited in the lead.
Cap with a 2-kill streak there. I will point out, I was a bit confused. He didn't start at the very start of the game. It looked like he was messing around with his classes a little bit, and honestly, you might think it's small, but things like that can come back to haunt you. You run into a 4v5 maybe, but it doesn't matter here. eUnited stand tall, but 3 go down, and maybe this is the time where Enigma6 can take over B. Another stun coming through. Cap doesn't matter. Finds one. In the midst of the concussion here, sliding back and forth. Not even a tick on either zone right now. As eUnited, full force, full defense here going down at B.
5 ways into B. And there are 2 players sitting on B for eUnited, and they managed to cover all of those positions and keep each other alive. That was Clay and Arsti's for the time being. That was incredible work. But now, the odds are against them. 19-18. E6 have brought this back. eUnited now on the hold. Got to make their way back in and contest. Trophies are down. The defenses are up. Diabolic on the stairs, everyone else watching the outside. Number 8, that's going to be Frosty watching the flank. Shots are through for Diabolic. Just getting the tags on these players is enough. Kismet finds another there on Pristini. Buying the time they need, and this is looking like a good hold. Tick's gone down, but Kismet trying to flush these players out. Clay just staying on them. Maddox there getting the job done. Frosty now comes in. Better late than never, finds 2. And the cap's still going down over the top. Pristini gets the gut punch through. General still on point. Can they get the second tick? Can they get the second tick? Kismet still on point. Annihilator at the ready. Second tick goes down, and we're looking at that third. And not without his blood, sweat, and tears, eUnited have to concede.
Enigma6, they have the life advantage only by 1 here, but usually on the defense, you've got to have this with attack 5 boost as well coming in. This is going to be a perfect time for an attack. Oh, last thing you want to see if you're on Frosty's screen is getting taken down. Grapple good used. Attack 5 out of there and a strong defense. Easy with the double. Oh, and Kismet turning around. I didn't even know Khaleesi was on the flank there for a second, but he is going to find himself in a little bit of trouble. 11-9 as again, more kills going down. The kill feed is red, and Enigma6, they're struggling here, and rightly so, really. On the attack here, onto 8, it's a very difficult thing to do. It needs to be orchestrated very well, but Frosty maybe pulling something out the bag. He has, of course, stuck round the middle. One person spawning up. That's got to be Glacier, but he's got to be deleted.
Oh, that was really huge. That was 7-9. United with the lives. Frosty with the grab slamming. You know what? They can keep picking these lives off. Clay. Oh, Clay. Fool him once, share when you fool him twice. Not a chance. Clay still lets it go. Oh, that's a 5 straight kills for eUnited. 9-2. General and Frosty. Now the 2 of them have to contend with the entirety. Look, off the map we go. Don't feed a thing. 1-1 on the board now.
Strong rounds from both teams. Strong defenses. Again, the killer instinct, I feel, from Kismet is unbelievable. I love it. Just the sheer aggression. Sometimes you get these SMG players that just have this kind of mentality, which is just go, go, go. You know, sometimes it can punish them, by all means, but much like a BZ, you know, it seems to be paying off right now. The newest addition. Go's been with the squad for a while now and firmly in that squad, that family that is eUnited. All tied up. If you just joined us, 2-0 in the series here for eUnited to take the hard point and the S&D. And specialist galore. This is when we get to see a little bit of something extra.
Mid-map's already popping. 2 kills already for United, and oh my word, they've gone all in to the church. It's all in on A. War Machine out. Pristini watching the flanks. The timing's on as they dip around that white van, getting the work done. VZ finds one with that War Machine, now streaks. 50 points away from next. Oh my word, the timing on this is great. The bank. Cade somehow dodges both. Somehow not takes a shot. They may have lost the ticket A, and now the pressure towards B, but still. eUnited, a gambit play to begin with, and not quite crapped out. Oh my word, Frosty goes for the quick turn. Now eUnited, as they make their attack, let's have a quick Astro Gaming listen in with eUnited.
Look, I have your mid. I have your mid.
All right, I have Annihilator. I have grass spikes. We have grass spikes?
Top
We should go
church.
from front. You want to go from front?
Top church.
I'm gonna grapple back left.
No, you.
He's back
Gate.
left.
And gate weak, guys.
You win.
No one on
Gate.
me. Barrels.
Yo,
One
let's push
checkers.
far slow.
Yo, another one van.
One was push up
Play
on
your
us.
lives,
Careful,
play your
Preston.
lives, guys, play your
One
lives.
might be here.
I'm
Careful.
coming to help you left.
Guys,
No, General's on vent.
guys,
General's
this
on
is a
vent.
great time to spawn trap, all right? Yeah. Great time.
Someone come palace. I'm
Top
so
yellow.
palace.
He's top yellow. She's still top yellow.
Machine.
Frosty just got a yellow. Frosty yellow alley.
Two push palace. They push up palace.
Frosty yellow alley.
I got one.
There's
Another one.
hard
Another one.
stacking left. Somebody try and get through right.
I got kid.
No, it's Frosty in our right. Frosty in our base.
one's
He's
pushing,
went down
pushing.
base here.
One down base. One down base.
I
left you.
Debug kitchen.
Big win. Nice.
You. Debug you.
Debug you guys.
I'm spawn trapping.
One's middle statue. Debug dead.
Kiss me statue. Dead.
Alright, let's go in. Let's go in, guys. Go.
One checker. Pre-up top.
I got it.
Two green.
Something I'm starting back door.
Trackers. Could be side.
I got side.
Looking checker.
Side inside.
Got me side, guys.
Side together. Let's go. One checkers.
A few more moments here at A, and the round is all but done. Pristini on the flank. Frosty finds 2 with his slam. The contest coming through in the final moments. There's another from Pristini, gets Diabolic and Clay. He didn't quite manage to get all of those players out, and now A will drain away for the time being as the members of E6 now flood the church and pick up the defense.
But the key thing here is trades for United. It's 11-7. They're on the attack here. They need one more tick, one more break. Arstes has the Annihilator and a couple of kills. He doesn't really need to invest this. If they're going to win, they can win without it. Cap finds another 11-6. The time is ticking away, and now we're going to start to see the piling. 2 players at the back. And the boys for United are playing the kills, and they're playing it so beautifully here. 11-5, 11-4, 11-3, to 2-1, and it's now all but over as Enigma6 will fall. United close it out. They disregard the church, they disregard the zone, they play for kills, and it's great to see kind of heads-up play like that as well. I think Annihilator still in the hands of Arstes. We may still have a couple more streaks as well. We'll have to check in. At round number 4 here, but United just 1 round away from the hot 3-0.
Yeah, what a way to do it on that offensive round. Oh man, Abizi, that was so unlucky. It was Cage, said his prayers, the church covered him, totally protected him from that. I can't believe he didn't take any splash at all from that. That was incredible. We heard Cap in the listening say this would be a great time to spawn trap.
Yeah.
You know, and they had the life advantage, they knew they were going to be pushing hard trying to get that A defense. E6 were not ready for Cap coming in from behind. He overextended, he hit those players on spawn. You saw the final few kills where he's taking care of these players. And now eUnited, they're on match point. Pristini with 2, Clay Tempest out. These players hunched up together just by the entrance there, by the stairs. The Beast is going to get the kills with his nade. J-Cap's going to find this one, and oh my. Things are lighting up now. E6 starting to find themselves in a very difficult situation.
Did you see the speed of Pristini off the start? That was actually incredible. The grapple gun was so perfectly used, and yes, anyone can use a grapple gun, but he got in there so fast. You saw Enigma6 slide in and almost was shocked here as the spawn kills could be coming in here. 27-21. They've lost 3 lives, make it 4 as Arstes now with the Annihilator. I think he smells blood. He's got the first. Oh, and he's going to be taken from behind. That's going to be Frosty here, maybe looking to push onto A, but United still with a great position and still with kill after kill. 27 seconds here. Is Enigma6 going to find anything with that TAC 5 boost perfectly implemented? United can close it out here.
It'll be a complete shutout at this point. I mean, look, BC's on 6 kills in a row. J-Cap finally goes down, 50 points away from streak. Shots are through, can't get it done. 10 seconds left on the clock as eUnited have slammed the door in the face of E6. They didn't even let them touch the point. No one has been able to get in there yet, and at this point, no one will. Clay's there on point. Pristini as well. The shots are through. It's a complete shutout in the final round as eUnited seal it 3-0. A return to form for them.
Yeah, Pristini again opens that round with probably, it was just incredible, the speed of that grapple gun, the speed of Clayster with the Tempest off it. It was just one team on the same page pushing forward, utilizing the specialists. Arstes came out with the Annihilator, didn't get what he wanted from it, but at the end of the day, the pressure and the tempo was set by one team, and Enigma6 was not that team today. It was a poor start to the hard point, but for me, it really did kind of, the game took a turn. As soon as Arstes kind of flicked that switch, if you like, on that hard point, it just went on and on and on. The Search and Destroy was a wipeout, and the Control, by all means, 3-0. I mean, it doesn't get much clear-cut than that.
No, it was disgusting, and you can actually put that down a lot to Arstes starting to pick up the slack, I suppose. And we've talked time and time again about his ICR being incredible. We saw it on Arsenal. We saw it on that Arsenal hardpoint. The positions he finds, he just anchors himself in, sets up that turret, and runs amok. Search and Destroy, same thing. For E6, I feel the problem with them right now is it kind of feels like they're not getting the best practice. There's a few mistakes being made, a couple of issues here and there, but you know, that's why they're in the league. They've got tons of time to work on these problems. Now for Vast, Clayster's on the main stage with Jasper. PlayStation instant reaction.
Thanks, Miles. How does it feel to bounce back with a clean 3-0 after yesterday?
Feels really good. I mean, especially this being Enigma6, which is a BZ's old team. So, like, for him to come out here the first time he plays them to 3-0, I'm sure that felt good for him, but also for all of us. I mean, Heretics is on fire right now. They're really, really talented, and so losing 3-2 to them, you know, at the end of this division, I think people are going to be like, wow, okay, that's actually acceptable to maybe go Game 5 with Heretics. So it was good for us. We knew we just had to take the hard point and keep them on the ropes, and so once we did that, I felt pretty confident going into S&D.
So it seemed like you had a lot more energy today than you did yesterday during Heretics. What was different?
I just know certain players, and sometimes you can get in people's heads a little bit if you yell and stuff like that. And I don't really know Heretics that well, but they seem like the kind of people that would respond positively to somebody getting hype against them. You know, they'll use that as fire and play better. But there's a couple players on the E6 squad that I've played against a lot in the past that I know if you start yelling at them, they start playing worse and worse and worse. And so I'm just trying to be loud in here. There's no crowd or anything, so I got to be all the hype.
Yeah, bringing the mind games. So how do you plan to keep up this energy throughout the entire lengthy pro league?
It's difficult, and especially I'm living in an apartment where my window has no room, or my room has no windows, and so it's kind of like depressing a little bit. But you know, I just make sure I spend some quality time outside, make sure I spend time with my teammates, and make sure that I'm fueled up with you know, some food and some water before we come up here on stage.
All right, well, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. We'll be right back after this quick break.
That was a pretty little 3-0 for eUnited to take their score to 1-1 so far in Division B, so I'm sure they are very happy. But your desk is back. Nameless, Pac-Man, Study, exactly what eUnited needed. We saw Clay, he was getting loud, and clearly it paid off.
I told you, their first match was just to get their feet wet a little bit. And that match right there was complete, utter dominance on the side of eUnited. RCDs, Clayster was yelling at everyone. He didn't fall off the map. Shout out to you, Clay, for not falling off the map. Proud of you, man. But wow, what a dominant series out of eUnited.
I don't know what we just watched. I just feel like eUnited absolutely pummeled E6. Yeah. Before the series, I said I want to see where I'd put E6 on my rankings. Where I don't know how good they are.
John, I know this got to get you mad right here.
Damn, because I asked him about this Koshka with the laser before.
He kills his teammate.
He killed his
before the series. He said, Pac, trust me, it's nice.
No, laser, I don't trust you no more.
I was like, all right, he's about to go in.
Yep.
He's about to go in.
Bang! That's unacceptable, man.
I mean, like, the first map just smoked them, right? Like, okay, E6, we lost first map, we might be able to bounce back. 6-1, destroyed on game number 2. eUnited had an answer for everything from very early on. Clayster picks up 3 kills in that first round. He screamed so loud, like, he was ready to go. Like,
we could hear a door close in the green room. We were hearing the screams echoing.
Honestly, the individual rounds themselves weren't even close.
No, they weren't.
Like, this was absolute annihilation by eUnited.
Oh, this so this go turns around and just pinpoint accuracy, right?
Okay, get out of the way.
And RC's performance throughout the series was unbelievable. Like, first map, he had 5.5k damage, like led the damage by like 800. On game 2, look at that, 1600 damage, like just going off. Obviously, everybody played great.
So
on game
easy
2.
for him.
Just dominant.
At one point in game 1, we didn't mention it, it was like 120 to 60. eUnited was winning, and I don't. Sorry, E6 was winning. eUnited just ran off like 200 straight points or something like that, something ridiculous. And then from then on, they never slowed down.
Now, Pac, is there anything about Enigma that they were particularly doing wrong, or was it eUnited just being so dominant?
Well, one, eUnited definitely played a fantastic match, but 2, I don't think E6 did anything right. Like, I really don't think they did anything right this series. That was like an abysmal performance from them. Let's say eUnited played the best series that you could possibly play as human beings. E6 still shouldn't get beat as bad as they were beat today. They did not. They just did not have a good day.
Well, the thing is, like, E6, they do a lot of that where it's like Kismet going out trying to pick up that entry kill. And to be honest, it's as simple as this. If he's not pushing up and getting that first blood consistently versus a team like eUnited, they're going to have overwhelming pressure. They're going to absolutely obliterate you. And that's what happened. eUnited had way too much pressure for E6 to deal with in the respawns. And even in the search and destroy, there was no answer.
In this control, for Enigma6, I felt like there was 4 players on one pace and 1 player on a totally different. I pull up the scoreboard. I'm pretty sure General had he was like 10 and 12, and everyone was 20 plus. I don't know how slow this guy's playing. I really don't know what he was doing on that map, but obviously you can see they got absolutely destroyed. And if you are only putting up 22 engagements and your teammate has 50, that is a big issue, a really, really big issue. Off pace, everything wasn't going right for them. I think they just decided to chalk it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're getting consistently entry, like if a BZ and Pristini are getting that first kill 10 out of 10 times, it's going to look like that. That's what the series is going to look like. That's about as easy as it gets for eUnited. That's the team that got second at the event.
Take a look at RCDs. Look at those stats.
You said, remember this? You brought him up beforehand. You said, I don't think he's going to be able to keep up that performance.
I didn't say that.
You don't think a lot of
Wait, hold on. No, we should pull. Wait. You just blatantly lied here on broadcast.
What did he say?
I said. What I said was, I'm extremely interested to see if RCs can keep up what he did at Vegas, because in Division A, we didn't see any ICRs performing at the top, like what he did at Vegas. We didn't see any ICRs able to do that in Division A or taking over games. And I said I was interested to see if he can do that. And we could roll that clip if we have it. Just so we can prove Pac-Man wrong. Because you're completely wrong. I remember for a fact what I said. But anyways, he is doing.
But anyways,
he is doing what he did at Vegas, and it's crazy to see that, because there was no ICR that was dominating games like he is doing right now, and it's crazy to see like the talent that he brings to the table, and what you can do with that ICR.
Well, and certainly the consistency to continually, repeatedly be doing that well. But we want to pull up that schedule for you.